Hi, I'm Leah. Just another high school senior counting down the days until graduation, and today's my 18th birthday. Most kids get excited about turning 18 because it means freedom. For me, it's been more about survival. Happy birthday, Leah. Your father and I have a special surprise planned. My mom, Diane, says this with that plastic smile that never reaches her eyes. Next to her, my dad, Richard, nods with that look that always makes my stomach knot up. Thanks. You guys didn't have to do anything special. Nonsense! Our only daughter only turns 18 once. The thing about my parents is they know exactly how to look perfect to everyone else. The perfect house in a nice neighborhood. The perfect jobs. Dad in insurance, mom in real estate. But behind closed doors, it's always been about control, guilt, and making me feel like I'm never enough. My phone buzzes with a text from Maya, my best friend since 7th grade. Happy birthday! Can't wait to see you later. Your gift is amazing. Maya's the real deal. The person who's seen the bruises that weren't from being clumsy and who's let me crash at her place when things got too intense at home. Leah, honey, Mr. Adams called yesterday. My mom mentions casually over breakfast. My school counselor. The knot in my stomach tightens. What did he want? Oh, something about college applications. I told him we have everything under control. Translation: We're not discussing your future because we've already decided it. My phone buzzes again. Aunt Catherine this time. She's my mom's sister, but couldn't be more different. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Sorry I can't be there today. Sending all my love, and we'll celebrate when I'm back in town next week. P.S. Check your email for a little something from me. Catherine's always been my safe place. The one adult who actually sees me. Time for your surprise, Leah, my dad announces after dinner. Put this on. He hands me a blindfold. Against my better judgment, I put it on. No peeking, my mom chirps as they lead me to the car. The drive feels long, too long for anywhere in town. Almost there, my dad says after what must be 40 minutes. The car stops. They lead me out, my feet crunching on what feels like gravel. Ready for your surprise? My mom's voice has that weird edge to it. The blindfold comes off. I'm standing in front of an old barn in the middle of nowhere. No decorations, no party, nothing. Happy birthday, my dad says flatly. I don't understand. You're 18 now, Leah. An adult. Time to make your own way. I hear the car doors slam. The engine starts. Wait, what? You can't be serious. But the taillights are already fading down the dirt road. I'm alone. No phone, no wallet. Nothing but the clothes I'm wearing. As darkness falls around me, the truth hits like a physical blow. This wasn't a prank gone wrong or a misunderstanding. They planned this. They drove me out here specifically to abandon me on my birthday. I stood there watching their taillights disappear, my entire body shaking. The reality of being abandoned in the middle of nowhere hit me hard. No phone, no money. Nothing. Get it together, Leah, I whispered to myself, wiping away angry tears. Figure this out. I started walking down the dirt road, following the direction my parents' car had gone. After about 20 minutes, I spotted lights in the distance, a farmhouse with a porch light on. I nearly collapsed with relief when I reached the front door and knocked. An older woman opened it, her eyes widening when she saw me. Lord have mercy! What are you doing out here alone at this hour? I'm sorry to bother you, but I need help. My parents, they left me at that old barn down the road. She ushered me inside where her husband was watching TV. Frank, this girl was abandoned at the old Miller place. The couple introduced themselves as Helen and Frank Johnson. They sat me down, gave me hot chocolate, and listened to my story. That's the most despicable thing I've ever heard, Frank said, his face reddening with anger. And on your birthday, too. Can I use your phone? My friend Maya can come get me. Helen handed me their landline. When Maya answered, I broke down. Leah, what's wrong? Where are you? My parents. They blindfolded me, drove me to some abandoned barn and just left me there. I'm at a farm nearby. What the actual hell? I'm coming to get you right now. Give me the address. An hour later, Maya arrived with her parents, Tom and Judy. Judy hugged me so tight I could barely breathe. "You're staying with us tonight. No arguments." Back at Maya's house, we sat in her kitchen while her parents made calls. "I don't understand why they would do this," I said. "Actually," Maya looked uncomfortable. "Your mom called my mom yesterday asking if I knew about your plans to stay with Aunt Catherine after graduation." "What?" "I never said anything about staying with Catherine." "That's not all." Maya pulled out her phone. "Look at this Instagram post from your mom last week." The post showed my parents standing in front of a sold sign on a house. "So excited for our new adventure in Colorado. New beginnings await." My stomach dropped. "They're moving? Without me?" "They told everyone you chose to stay behind with your aunt," Maya's dad Tom said, rejoining us. "I just spoke with Catherine. She had no idea about any of this. She's furious." Judy came in with her laptop. "I checked those account numbers you gave me, Leah. The ones your grandparents set up for your college fund. And the account's been systematically drained over the past 6 months. Nearly empty now. They've been transferring money to another account." I felt sick. My grandparents had left that money specifically for my education before they died. "This is theft," Tom said firmly. "Plain and simple. We're filing a police report first thing tomorrow. What they did tonight isn't just cruel, it's criminal." Maya squeezed my hand. "You're not alone, Leah. We've got your back." I nodded, a strange calm replacing my panic. They thought they could just throw me away and steal my future. They have no idea what's coming. The next morning, I met with Mr. Adams in his office at school. His normally calm face looked strained as I told him everything. "I always suspected things weren't right at home, Leah. But this is beyond what I imagined. I need your help documenting everything. All those times I came to school with bruises. All those absences they forced me to take when they didn't want people seeing me after one of their lessons." Mr. Adams pulled out a thick folder. "I've been keeping records. Every concerning incident, every conversation, every time you showed up looking like you hadn't slept in days." "You kept all this?" "I've been in this job long enough to recognize the signs. I just needed you to be ready to act." We spent 2 hours going through everything. By the time we finished, my hands were shaking, but not from fear. "Thank you," I said. "This changes everything." That afternoon, Aunt Catherine arrived at Maya's house. She rushed in and hugged me so tight I could barely breathe. "I came as soon as I could. I can't believe Diane would do this to you." We sat down with Maya and her parents while Catherine spilled 20 years of family secrets. "Your mother has always been like this, Leah. When we were teenagers, she abandoned our dog at a shelter because it chewed her favorite shoes. She told everyone it ran away." "That's awful," Maya said. "It gets worse. When your grandfather was dying, Diane convinced him that I never visited him in the hospital. I was there every day while she was rearranging his investment accounts." "Did she steal from him too?" I asked. Catherine nodded. "The family cabin that was supposed to be split between us. Somehow only her name ended up on the deed." "Classic Diane," Tom muttered. "I have something that might help." Catherine pulled out her phone. "I've saved every manipulative text she's ever sent me, and I have copies of the original will that shows the college fund was never supposed to be touched by anyone but you, Leah." "We need to get bank records too," Judy added. "Show exactly when and how they drained that account." "I've got something else," Maya interrupted, scrolling through her phone. "Your mom just posted this on Facebook." She showed me the screen. My stomach dropped. "Moving party this Saturday. Help us celebrate our fresh start in Colorado. After supporting Leah's decision to stay with her aunt for college, we're excited for our next chapter." "They're throwing a party to celebrate abandoning me?" My voice sounded strange even to my own ears. "This is perfect," Catherine said, her eyes gleaming. "Everyone who matters will be there. The same people they've been lying to about you." "What are you thinking?" Maya asked. I straightened up. "I'm thinking it's time everyone sees who my parents really are. It'll be your word against theirs," Tom cautioned. "Not exactly," I said. "The GPS from their car will show they drove to that abandoned barn. We have bank records showing they stole my college fund. We have Mr. Adams's documentation. And now we have their own social media posts contradicting what actually happened. So, what's the plan? Maya asked, a slow smile spreading across her face. We're going to crash a party, I said, feeling stronger than I had in years. And we're bringing receipts. Saturday arrived. I stood outside my childhood home with Maya, Aunt Catherine, the Johnsons, Mr. Adams, and 2 police officers. Music and laughter spilled from inside. You ready? Maya squeezed my hand. I've been ready for 18 years. We walked in without knocking. The party stopped as everyone stared at our group. My mother's face transformed from confusion to panic. Leah, what are you doing here? We thought you were staying with Catherine. Funny, so did I. Catherine stepped forward. Imagine my surprise when I found out you abandoned my niece at an old barn on her birthday. The room went silent. My father pushed through the crowd. This is a private party. You need to leave. Not happening, Richard, Frank Johnson said firmly. Officers, remove these people, my mother demanded, her perfect hostess smile faltering. We're here because of reports filed against you and your husband, one officer explained. I stepped forward. 3 days ago, my parents blindfolded me, drove me to an abandoned barn 40 miles from town, and left me there with nothing. On my 18th birthday. Gasps filled the room. My mother's friend Carol covered her mouth in horror. That's absurd, my father blustered. Leah has always been dramatic. The GPS data from your car confirms you drove to the Miller property on Wednesday, the officer stated. Mr. Adams spoke up. I've documented years of concerning behavior, unexplained injuries, emotional abuse, isolation tactics. And then there's the college fund, Catherine added. The one my parents set up for Leah that you've been draining for months. The officer nodded. We have the bank records. The transfers to your personal account are quite clear. My mother's composure crumbled. We needed that money for our fresh start. What about my fresh start? I asked. The one my grandparents wanted to give me? People backed away from my parents, whispering, some openly glaring. Richard and Diane Collins, you're under arrest for child endangerment, abandonment, and financial fraud, the officer said, pulling out handcuffs. As they were being let out, my mother looked at me tearfully. Leah, honey, we're sorry. We made a terrible mistake. Please forgive us. I walked right up to her. No. One simple word. The most powerful I'd ever spoken. 3 months later, I sat on Catherine's porch with my college acceptance letter. My parents were serving time. The stolen money had been returned, and I was finally free. How's it feel? Maya asked, sitting beside me. Like I can breathe for the first time. Catherine joined us with lemonade. Your grandparents would be so proud. I looked around at my chosen family. Maya, Catherine, even Mr. Adams, who still checked in weekly. The people who showed me what real love looked like. I'm going to be okay, I said. And for the first time in my life, I actually believed it. That's the end of Leah's story. What would you do if a family member who deeply betrayed you suddenly apologized when facing consequences? Would you forgive them like society often expects? Or would you stand firm like Leah did and say no? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button so more people can find it. And if you want more revenge stories where toxic people finally face justice, subscribe to the channel for new uploads every day. Your support means everything.